J.Hodgkinson, your mindfulness coach. I wanted to share something today that has been very valuable for me in my life and the lives of my students and clients. At least the feedback that they give me has been worthy of sharing this with you. This is something that I've been practicing for many years, and I continue to practice it and need to practice it at times because it helps me to deal with upsetting emotions. We all have pasts, and in our past, trauma, upsets, difficulties may lie in our past, and sometimes they come back up through our everyday situations. We might have a thought of being in a situation and it triggers an emotion, and the emotion can be one of many negative experiences. It could be fearful, it could be sadness, it could be worrying emotions. There are many different kinds. If we stay within those emotions, we find that we start looking at everything, all of our experiences during the day or however long we're in the emotional state, through the eyes or the lenses of that emotion. And so therefore, we're not really living in the present moment. We're living perhaps in the experience that we had in the past that's created these triggers to these emotions, or we're living in the future where we're worrying about what might happen or what might take place, and again, that is triggering the emotions. Here's the exercise, and it's pretty simple. It's not easy to understand, but it's pretty simple to actually work on. When you have an emotion that is overpowering you, simply realize that you have 90 seconds, the experts say 90 seconds, before that emotion will just naturally dissipate and leave on its own, providing you're not fueling it with more thoughts of the same category. So if you're worrying about something and you're continuing to think about more thoughts of worry, you're going to build or stoke the fire and create it to become more massive, more all-encompassing, and then it's going to even be more difficult to allow it to dissipate. So the number one thing to remember is that you are not your thoughts. Sometimes that's hard to believe because you identify with them so strongly. You're not your thoughts. You are this aspect of you that is called awareness, that is behind your thoughts, behind your thinking, and you're aware of it taking place. Your mind is a tool, and it continues to think constantly, actually, unless you've been a long-time meditator and you can relax it. But in these situations where you're triggered, your mind's going to think, and it's going to think to a point where you can, again, build these emotions to become more encompassing. So here's the secret to this is become the witness. Become the observer behind what you're experiencing up front, all right? So when I say this, it's simple to grasp the concept, but by practicing it, you're going to find that it's going to become more and more useful to you. I get upset a lot. I mean, there are things that upset me, that trigger me from my past. But the one thing that I'm able to do is sort of notice what's happening and then say, no, I'm not that. I'm not that. And I'm going to observe it, and it might happen for a bit, but I'm going to observe it and then not participate in it anymore, not give it any more fuel. And then naturally it dissipates and I don't carry it around with me anymore. In that particular day. It might come up another day, but I don't carry it with me and continue to make the day more difficult. So this is the aspect that I wanted to share with you today is mindfulness is being present in the moment. If you come across an emotion that's hard to step back and realize that you're the awareness, you're the observer, the witness behind the thoughts that you're thinking, simply do the breathing exercise where you breathe in through the nose down to the lower dantian or the hara area, which is just the diaphragm area below your belly button, and then simply let the breath go. This is an exercise that can help center you, that can help you to come into your body and realize that you're able to put your mind on one thing, which is your breathing. And then as you feel more in control, you can again allow yourself to just be aware of what's taking place, of the thoughts in your mind. Eventually, you're going to get to the point where you're going to be able to simply realize that your thoughts can no longer control you. It doesn't mean that you're a perfect person, and it doesn't mean that you're never going to get upset, because we all do, we're humans. But at least you have a resource or a tool to allow yourself to simply dissipate the emotion and then go on with the rest of the day and not carry it with you. So you're interpreting everything through that particular experience. So thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you at the next tutorial.